Hello, everybody. This is Noah Taylor.
Hi, I'm Heidi Taylor.
Hi, I'm Daphne Taylor.
We're the Taylors. The two boys are asleep. We need to get this out to anybody that will listen. I found an unmarked grave behind our home
In
in Arizona with Daphne. She was 3. I was told to go up on the mountain by the Holy Spirit, and I found something. Exactly what he said was up there. Since then, I've been falsely arrested, thrown in jail. We asked for a change of jurisdiction. Leading up to that, people were breaking into our home. They anointed our doors in our house in blood, upside down, with an upside down cross. They broke into our house in Florida, right?
Yeah.
My wife is a doctor.
I'm 4.
She's 4 now. Daphne's 4.
There's blood on our furnace, on the AC furnace unit in Florida.
Yeah, and then above the we had a walk-in closet. Mm-hmm. We were at like a higher end luxury apartment in Florida. This has been going on for a long time since we left Pine Top. Basically, we've had one stop after another. It happened in Pine Top too. The landlord there etched into our mirror. Mm-hmm. There was they were like what are they called? They're called enchantments. They put enchantments, witchcraft on the mirrors, and then they etched it was like a window into the mirror. It's witchcraft for opening portals, etc. This happened at our first house in Pine Top. Then our second house in Pine Top, weird stuff was going on. We were surrounded by, this stuff.
We later found out that the guy next door had keys to the house and could basically enter anytime he wanted to.
Yeah, and he was coming in, and he was in. It was strange.
Yeah.
We don't got to go into it.
Yeah.
But then we go down to, we lived in Payson for a while. During that time, I had a client that was there. He's a CIA guy. He owned Air America. When he worked for the CIA, Air America has direct ties to Epstein. Mm-hmm. Epstein was the power of attorney for Air America. And I've been to that guy's house a couple times. He tried to lead me astray into false doctrine, Antichrist doctrine. He was trying to set me up with some guy there in the town. And I don't trust him. They've been doing this stuff for a long time. Weird stuff is happening. This area in Payson is right by where Fire in the Sky stuff happened back in the 70s. There is an underground military base there. This is what's going on. Okay? We've been surrounded everywhere we go, and it's just been escalating the entire time. And we're to the point now where if we leave the house, they surround us and antagonize us to the point where, they grabbed my daughter's arm in the store. Tell them, Gooby, what happened?
Okay, first we went into the store, and Daddy, that's where the part God said, go play with your kids, and that's when Daddy started recording, and after we started playing, this guy walked up and said, hey, and grabbed my arm, and Dad pushed him off of me, and that it?
Yeah, that's it. And then we went out to the car. We immediately left.
Yeah.
There was a guy, he claimed he was German. But he had a 602 phone number, mysteriously popped out of nowhere and ran the guy out. Ran him out to the car. I don't know what this is about. Dude, I'm a prophet to the nation, so I don't know. I don't know whose agency he works for, what's going on. I don't really care. I just know what's happening to my family. My wife is going to tell you about every time she goes to the store now, what happens.
Yeah. I just got back from Walmart. And,
my wife's very pregnant, too, by the way.
She has 3 kids, and she has one.
Baby number 4 on the way. So yes, every time I go to Walmart, if I stand still too long in one aisle, I will be completely surrounded by people. All of a sudden, there's somebody that needs to be exactly where I am, getting something, the exact same thing that I'm looking for. And no matter where it is in the store, I'll go onto an aisle where there's absolutely nobody there. And then all of a sudden there's people that just come and surround us. I don't have, people always come up and try to talk to the babies and just, oh, they're so cute, trying to, like squish them, like, like touch them. And, thankfully they're saying something nice, but still, like, they're still trying to touch my kids. Even today it happened.
Yeah, I mean, they force mandates and vaccines on people, but now all of a sudden your kids are open to, being fondled and touched and grabbed and everything else. And they've done this for a long time. This has been going on,
Yeah, the whole... Yeah, I remember that happening way back in...
and now our phone's blowing up because of the stuff that we put online. Shut it down.
That happened even back when we were in, like, the Pine Top area. Back then. That was still happening then. So.
There was 2 kids that started talking, never met them before. They were about my daughter's age when we were down in Payson. We went down to Phoenix, to Scottsdale. We were going to all the parks because Daphne really liked going to the parks. And I posted it online. There was 2 kids that said... They knew my daughter's name. They said, we got something. Where's Daphne? Where's Daphne?
Yeah,
and they were talking about being sleeper agents. And it was right after I posted a video online about, it's called The Black Dawn. And it's like the satanic spiritual awakening when these people get activated, right? A lot of people think it's a biblical principle. I do. And there's a lot of people that talk about this. And they were saying my daughter's name. They were just little kids, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, they were saying Daphne.
Yeah. Okay, sit down, baby. She gets excited. But this is what we're going through. They almost stabbed me. The guy almost stabbed me because I refused his tacos. He came up trying to push his tacos on us. We went on a family day at the beach.
We were just sitting on the beach. There's nobody else around.
And all of a sudden, these 4 people come up, start taking pictures of us, walking around the beach, doing... witchcraft and all this other stuff, and then they got right behind us and started filming us when we're hanging out with our family, and it's an empty beach,
completely empty beach.
Yeah, like no people.
And they showed up out of nowhere just to film us and mess with us. Yeah. Then that guy came down trying to offer tacos, and I said, no, I don't want your tacos. I don't want your witchcraft tacos. Like, get out, kick rocks, dude. And he's like being we knew he was doing witchcraft.
Like
you were nice about it from
I was nice at it first, yeah.
At first, you were nice. You were just like, no, thank you.
Thanks.
I don't
I sometimes
anything.
say things and I don't realize like there's an escalation
nice,
up to that.
Yeah. From the start, you were nice, and you were like, no, thanks. That's cool, guy. Like, bye. And then, he was like all offended all of a sudden just from me saying no.
Yeah.
And
like you must have these tacos.
You were like, why are you offended? Basically, and then
when
left.
we were leaving, I waved hi to him. And then he, flipped out. He didn't wave back, and I said, hold on, Gobi. Quiet down.
He tried to block us on the road.
Yeah, he tried to block on the road. As he's walking out, I see him, and I wave hi to him, and he doesn't respond back to me. And I said, oh, okay, so, you can come up and act all friendly when you can get my money from me, but then if I refuse your tacos, you're gonna dog me like this, and this is what's going on, and you don't even wave back. And he's all, what'd you say? What'd you say? And he comes up to me. I say, you heard very clearly what I said. I said, I didn't want your tacos. I want your fly tacos. Get out of here, dude. Leave me alone. And he came up and he tried to put his arm on me, and my son was right behind me, and I didn't see it until he tried to do it. I said, don't touch me. And he had scissors in his hand, and he went to stab me in the stomach, and I had a shovel because we went down there to build a sandcastle. I said, you do that, I'm going to split your head, man. Back off. And he collected himself, went out to the road, and then tried to stop us. Yeah. Or no, they blocked it, like Daphne was saying. Yeah, and then 2 random people in a car were... you tell them. I'm not even going to tell it. You tell them.
Yeah, well, they were in a big white truck, blocked the way. The big truck drove up to their little station right by their taco stand. and stopped. They stopped basically in the middle of the road, talking to that guy. That guy just went up, started talking to them, started talking trash to them, and they were all laughing at us. They just started laughing, just like hysterically laughing.
Yeah.
like
demonic.
Like there's no way that he could have even told them what was happening and the amount of time that happened, and then all of a sudden they're just laughing at us. So demonic.
And
so
I
weird.
pull up and I roll down the window. I said, "This guy just tried to stab me, dude."
Yeah, and they just keep laughing. They're just
And they
like,
just laughed demonically. And then
Yeah.
we told the Marines, and he's like, "Are you injured? Do you need to go to the hospital?" Yeah, and then go to the police.
We're like, no.
Okay, whatever.
Okay,
I'm gonna
then
go
call the
home,
police.
dude.
Yeah,
this is
they were-
what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go home, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to tell the police. I don't trust them, guys. I don't try. I need voices to be raised enough so that we have enough support before I do any of this, because they can't do it just wide out in the open, right? They're keeping they're silencing this stuff. This is what's happening. This is my logic that's behind this, right? So the other day, I know that our house has a secret Wi-Fi signal that's coming out of here, and I found bugs in our house that we've known this, but we don't have a choice. There's nowhere else that we can go, but they've planted bugs inside my house, listening devices, everything else, and there's a Wi-Fi signal that's somewhere here that was emitting a signal. Even when we unplug all of our stuff, we've been experiencing all this weird stuff. And after this guy grabbed my daughter the other day, the very next day, 2 guys pulled up in a truck and stopped in front of our house, stared in my house for about a minute, looking in my backyard and everything else. And I warned my landlord, and the guy, I know he's working with these people. They know who I am. All these people know who I am. I know this. I know I'm not stupid. And I said, dude, they just pulled up in front of my house, and now they're there. And he flipped out at me. He said, basically, like, I'm putting a stop to this now. I'm tired of you.
Like, going off on me or whatever.
Going on, and I don't do that.
Yeah.
I have all of our text messages. I have every single conversation with this guy, because this is how people act nowadays. I have it all recorded from the beginning. And this guy flipped out on me, and I said, dude, somebody tried to snatch my daughter yesterday from the store, and now 2 guys roll up. Oh, and somebody, they have security cameras over here 24/7 running. They can see every car going in and every car going out. Somebody walked up to my house and wrote Daphne. Didn't spell it right. Wrote Daphne. And I told this man what was going on. They went and checked. They said, oh, yeah, we didn't find anything on the security cameras. Same guy.
Couldn't have been written anywhere else.
Couldn't have been written anywhere else. Same guy, right? So these 2 people pull up. They're looking into my house, doing all this. And when I warned him, he starts like getting tough with me and saying he's gonna come see me when he gets here and all this other stuff. I said, that's fine, man. We can talk face to face. But like, my child was almost like she was grabbed. I was worried this guy was gonna take her. Like, what's your deal? And so obviously he knows whoever this guy is, because he tried to set me up before at Bodega when a similar circumstance happened another time, a previous time. I don't care anymore. There's nothing more that we can do on our end to hold our peace. God himself is going to intervene and help us, or you guys are going to raise your voice. But this is what my family has gone through. This is what my family. So whatever. Let's roll. Let's do this. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready to do this? Because we can't even go buy food anymore without my pregnant wife. Very pregnant. How 7.5 months?
Yeah, I'm like 31 weeks. Right?
31 weeks. Very pregnant. Goes to the store. She's surrounded wherever she goes. I'm surrounded to the point where they're trying to aggravate me, where I have to put hands on somebody who's trying to grab my daughter.
And they escalate a lot more with Noah than they do with me, so I tend to be the one to go out now.
Yeah.
They just keep pushing Noah even more. They do it a lot more to him than they do to me.
Yeah.
And this is what's going on. So, and we film it. We film everything. We go out with our camera. They don't even care anymore.
Yeah, it used to be if we would film it, they would leave us alone.
They'd back off.
Yeah, but now it's not.
Now it's not. This is the truth.
I had the the camera on the entire time I was there today, and they still kept
Surrounded
every
you.
single time, every time.
Pressure,
every
surround you,
single-
pressure.
Yeah.
Come get in the kids' faces. Come walk right in front of you and pretend like they're looking for something.
Right there.
3 or 4 people where they surround you, so you can't go forward, you can't go backwards,
Yes.
you can't go to the side, block your
the car.
path.
Yeah, this guy like kept blocking his car. He followed me to 2 or 3 aisles. There was 2 aisles, and he blocked me the second time, like with his cart crooked in the aisle. Just standing there pretending to look at something, and then he didn't grab anything there and walked off like a minute later.
So this is it. This is what's going on. I'm throwing this online right now. Please, if this isn't happening to you and you have autonomy, raise your voice, call the police, call everybody. We need help. What else are we going to do? We need help. God bless you.